Hello, and welcome to this app tour for the Christ Community Church app. We like to do these app tours to help walk people in the church through the different things that are possible with their app. So, as you can see, I deep pressed on the app icon here for the Christ Community Church app, which opened the quick action menu. And on Android, you can also open the app shortcut menu if you're running Android Nougat or later. So, you can see here I have the ability to jump into different areas of the app, and I'll come back to this menu at the end of the video. But for now, I'm just going to touch the icon and go straight into the app. So you can see here, I had the tab bar come in at the bottom of the screen, which gave me the different areas that I can access within the app. Before even getting started in any of the tabs, I want to jump right into the Connect section. So you can see the Connect tab is the second tab to the right. I'm going to press that, and you can see at the top of the screen, or I should say at the top of the list there, you have the notifications. So if I select that, it gives me the ability to control the notifications that I'm getting on this device. So the first time you run the app, a pop-up will come up on iOS asking you, hey, do you want to get push notifications on this device? On Android, you'll automatically be getting push notifications on the device. But from here, you can access or you can give the app access to push notifications in general, which is the allow notification option. And you can see below that you have youth and kids. So what these are your ability to opt in for notifications about specific things. So Christ Community Church can send a push notification out to everyone, regardless of if you ask for youth or kids notifications. But Christ Community Church can also send notifications out just to people who want notifications about youth and kids. So if you want, you can opt in for either of those, and then when Christ Community Church sends a push out about just those things, you will get those notifications, whereas people who don't want to be notified about those sorts of things will not get the notification. So also in the Connect section, you can see it gives you the ability to connect with Christ Community Church in a number of ways, whether on social media through Instagram and Twitter, or visiting the website, submitting a prayer request, or you can also contact Christ Community Church by emailing them or calling them. So now let's go all the way over to the left tab, the Media tab. So if I select the Media tab, you can see I have Christ Community Church's sermons divided by sermon series with beautiful sermon series graphics on the left-hand side of the screen. So let's go down to the Hey God sermon series, which is the third one in the list. If I select that, you can see I have the different sermons from this sermon series listed out from newest to oldest. So let's select the newest one of the series, Hey God, You Said. If I press that, you can see it will open that sermon, and I can either watch the sermon, or perhaps I was already at church for the sermon, I just wanted to share it. If I press the top right button, it's the share button, and you can see it brings up a menu where I can share this sermon on social media, so I can make just a public post saying what this message meant to me. Or on the left hand side there, you could see I could also send a text or an email and send it to someone personally saying, hey, this message meant so much to me, you should check it out, and then it will have a link to this video in that message, whether you shared it on social media or personally like I mentioned. So that gives you an idea of what you can do with the media section. Next up, let's go to the calendar. In the calendar, for every single item, you have an information button and an add to calendar button. So if I press the information button, it will bring up additional info for that event. So any of these events will have additional info as long as Christ Community Church has added that info. And as you can see, every single one of the events right now does have additional info. I also have the ability to press this add to calendar button. So what you have to understand is that this list is all of the events for Christ Community Church. On your device, you also have your personal calendar, whether that's an iCalendar or a Google Calendar. And so what you can do is use this add to calendar button, and it will add that event to your personal calendar. So let's say I'm really interested in missions. I want to make sure I keep track of this Trinidad mission trip on October 17th. What I can do is press add to calendar, and if it's the first event I've ever added from this app, it will ask me to give permission to the app to add the event, because it's going to modify your personal calendar to add the event. So once you say that's okay, then every time you add one, it'll just show this pop-up saying, hey, the event has been added. So now the event has been added to my personal calendar on October 17th. So what I can do is I can scroll through this list of events, and in a matter of 30 seconds, I could add 30 events to my calendar, but they're only the events from Christ Community Church that are relevant to me and my family. And then once I add it, my calendar is synced with my wife's calendar. So that event has been added for the whole family for us to be able to keep track of it. So along with all of that, you also have additional things that can be passed through. So let's go into this Stand Up for Vets banquet. If I go into that, you can see not only does it give me details and a close button, there's also an email button, because you can see in the event it says email info at cccmurphy.com for more information. So I can select that email button, and it automatically puts the email address in for the to line, and in the subject line it automatically builds it out for me, so it says contact about, and then it will fill out whatever the event name is. So you can change obviously the to line or the subject line, but those should be the kinds of things you want to have there for quickly contacting, since it's filling out the exact information that the church is expecting. And then the last thing is that you can see for trunk or treat, there's even a register for event button there, and it's built into the front of the calendar, so you can easily see while just scrolling through the events without pressing anything. You can see what events you can register for if Christ Community Church sets them up to be have the ability to be registered for. So if I select, or if I press the register for event button, it takes me right to the registration page on Planning Center, where all I have to do is enter my email address like you already do for Planning Center, press continue, and I can go into the sign up process for this event. And also, I could have pressed the info button, and you can see here there's also a register button. And if there had happened to have been an email option as well, that option would appear here too. So hopefully that gives you an idea of just how powerful this calendar is, and how easy it makes you to how easy it makes it to be able to stay up to date with what is going on at Christ Community Church, but also to kind of add it to your own calendar and to register for things when it's relevant to you. So next up, let's go to the photos section. So I'm going to select the photos option there, and then let's take a picture. Hey, there I am. So I opted to take a picture, and I'm going to press the use photo button in the bottom right corner. And you can see here at the bottom of the screen now, I have a number of logos and images I can use from Christ Community Church. And I can scroll this list horizontally. So right now there's 3, but on the fly from week to week, Christ Community Church has the ability to change these. So these could be changing from week to week. And what it does is it gives you the ability, let's say I'm in children's church. I work in the kids' church, right? And I want to take a picture and I want to share it on Facebook, and obviously I would need to make sure I have the proper permissions to be able to do that sort of thing. But I want to do that now. So what I could do is take a picture. I'm going to touch the community kids icon at the bottom of the screen there, and you can see it adds it into the picture and tells me I can drag it around. So I can drag this around, I can scale it with pinch, and I can place it right here in the bottom right corner. And then I can also touch the Christ Community Church logo, and I can put it up here. So now I have branded this image for Christ Community Church and for the community kids. And what I can do now in the top right corner is I can share this image. So I can, once again, like when we were sharing the sermon, I could send this personally to someone. Like, let's say I want to send it to the kids' parents and brand it like this. Or I could go over to Facebook or Twitter, and I can press that, and look, it pulls the image up inside of a Facebook post ready to make, and I can type something out to be able to post this on Facebook. And now I have this fun image with a Christ Community Church branding, which will hopefully catch people's eye and maybe make them read the post. And it's a really fun way to be able to invite people to church. And as we see churches use this sort of functionality in their app, we can see a church build momentum. We hear back from churches. So this is a really, really fun way that a church can provide graphics to be able to help the people in the church be able to, share about the church. So we love the photo abilities in our apps, and hopefully this is something that Christ Community Church can use to reach out to people. So last up is the Giving tab in the bottom right corner, and this just gives you access to the different ways that you can give at Christ Community Church. You can see the top one is digital giving, the middle one is text to give, and the bottom one is envelope. The digital giving option and the text to give option are actually buttons. You can see here I'm pressing the digital giving button and the text to give button. If I actually do press the digital giving button, it will take me right to the giving page for Christ Community Church. So the very last thing I want to cover is, remember I had mentioned that there was something that we could do with those app shortcuts or quick actions. So what you could do, let's say that you were out somewhere and you were like, oh man, this is awesome what's happening right now. This would be so cool to post to Christ Community Church. You could deep press like this, immediately go to take photo, and boom, you're ready to take a photo. Obviously, you probably wouldn't do a selfie like this, but now you're ready to go and take a picture and share it. So it gives you such quick access to all the different sections of the Christ Community Church app. So if that's something that you decided you want to do, it like something you want to get good at of being able to get quick access, it's a really neat way that you can do that. All right, if you have any questions or want more information about what you can do with the FaithLink app, please visit our website at faithlinkapps.com or follow us on Facebook with FaithLink Church Tools. Have a great day.